Take a breath and notice how often your mind keeps trying to emotionally solve things that are still unfolding. A situation is incomplete, but your brain wants final answers now. So it keeps revisiting the issue, searching for emotional closure before reality has actually finished developing. What does this mean? Where is this going? How will this end? What should I prepare for? The nervous system struggles with unfinished stories because unfinished stories leave room for imagination. And imagination, when fueled by fear, tends to move toward worst-case possibilities. So the mind keeps trying to close the gap early, trying to emotionally finalize outcomes that are still moving. But this creates a painful habit. You begin emotionally living inside conclusions that reality has not reached yet, and the body carries stress accordingly. Stress from endings that never occurred, stress from conflicts that never formed, stress from disasters that remained theoretical. This is why unresolved situations often feel so consuming, not only because the issue exists, but because the brain keeps attempting premature emotional closure. The nervous system says, if I can just figure this out now, maybe I can finally relax. But many situations cannot be emotionally completed ahead of time. They require unfolding, time, information, patience. And patience feels threatening to an overstimulated mind because patience requires existing beside uncertainty without immediate resolution. That is difficult for many nervous systems, but it is necessary because forcing emotional conclusions too early often creates suffering disconnected from reality. You are carrying imagined endings before the story has even finished being written. At some point, peace requires this reminder. I do not need to emotionally finalize this today. I can let reality continue unfolding without forcing my nervous system to complete the story prematurely. That changes the body, because now the mind is no longer sprinting toward endings that do not yet exist. It finally slows down enough to remain present with what is actually happening instead of mentally collapsing into imagined conclusions about what might happen next.